everyone, it's Kat and I am back today. This is sort of like a bonus video. I do have a Project Pan video hopefully going up later this week, but what I would like to do is talk about new release products that were released or shown, sneak peeked, revealed in the last month, and let you know which ones I really want to check out, which ones interest me. So what I've been doing is every week uploading a little TikTok video here of me talking about some new release products that have been shown throughout the week, and whether they're like I'm interested or not, like I'll just talk about a few things that sort of catch my attention. But this is a recap of the things that I really want to check out, the stuff I want to swatch, the stuff I might order, the stuff that if I could order it I would, the stuff I kind of sort of want to buy maybe. So I want to talk about first the palette that only released I think end of last week. So there's more photos, more swatch videos, more stuff coming out, and it's starting to look very different. So this is the Natasha Denona Mini Starlette eyeshadow palette. Now, Starlette spelt differently was in, I think, the pastel palette. So there's no big palette of this. I'm sure when there's a mini, if it's going to be popular, they'll be working on a big version of this, and I like this color story. Now, in the marketing photos that we saw originally, it looked very sort of pinky nude, but very cool toned, and it really intrigued a lot of people because that cool tone nature is quite unusual in palettes. Like, you can get very warm things or very sort of smoky cool, but a sort of very nude, pinky, mauvey cool is, you don't see them too much these days. So this, I know a lot of people are interested in, including myself. Now we're starting to see swatches and stuff revealed, and they look very different. So this one, for example, it's making it look like, I would say it's more neutral. There's definitely a cool toned sort of purpley deep shade in there, the matte, but then next to it looks like a rosy bronze, a peachy matte, your typical sort of champagne shimmer, and what looks like a slightly more rosy matte as well. So they're not looking as cool and as interesting as they did in the promo pictures. These swatches, again, I think overall there are two mattes that look quite cool toned, but overall it looks like more neutral, and then there's like a warm bronze. It's interesting, but I still want to check it out. This is what I want to swatch in store. I was actually around to Sephora on Friday and I was like, is it in store? It wasn't. So when I do see it, I'm going to check it out. But whether or not I buy it, firstly, I'm going to wait for a 20% off sale because I'm not a fool. But whether or not I buy it is going to come down to how unique it is in my collection. And from those swatches, it doesn't look that unique, but it still looks very pretty. And I like Natasha Denona formula. I especially like that really twinkly formula, that light champagne color. That is a formula that you can sort of just put on your eye with like a flat brush or your finger, just quickly make it look a little bit twinkly and pretty, and you feel more awake and low effort. So I do like that. One release that I would try if I had access to this brand frustrates the crap out of me. It feels very, you can't sit with us. Sorry, we're too good for the Australian market and the rest of the world. We only ship to 7 countries, and that is an expansion on what they used to ship to. So this is Glossier, if you haven't caught my drift. They have released, or they're releasing a new foundation. This is actually coming out in end of August, I think the 22nd, but it's sort of inspired by their concealer range, which apparently is very popular. So this is the Stretch Fluid Foundation. So yeah, inspired by their beloved concealer. It stretches to fit your needs and embrace your skin first, which sounds great. So it's an 89% skincare base. I don't, look, there's part of me that's like, oh yeah, the more skincare ingredients, the better for your skin. But then there's also a part of me that's like, let makeup be makeup and skincare be skincare. I find that I have had issues in the past where, and the recent past, where what I believe to be skincare ingredients have made certain foundations not sit very well on me, predominantly hyaluronic acid. So that to me, like, it sounds very cool, but at the same time, I think, yeah, I don't. Also, how much is that skincare in your makeup really doing much for your skin. I'm just going to question. So for me, yeah, that's a point that's neither here nor there. I prefer these. Transfer resistant, thank you. Sweat resistant, thank you. Up to 12 hours wear. That sounds pretty minimal. I feel like your basic foundation should last you minimum 12 hours wear. I feel like most people's makeup days are 12 hours. So up to 12 hours, and that's the maximum they're saying based on their tests or whatever. I think that's not enough. But if it does look beautiful on the skin and it doesn't transfer and you don't sweat it off and it looks like sort of beautiful skin, like I would still try it. It's a buildable light to medium coverage, which is great in my opinion for every day, and blends seamlessly and stays color true, so it's not going to oxidize on you throughout the day. So there's a lot of things in here that sounds great, especially the 32 flexible shades across 7 families, each with 4 to 5 undertones. So their shade ranges look great. I can see some like olive tones in there. I think the swatches are clear enough where I can kind of pick my shade, which is great. And I want to try this, but Glossier has never shipped to Australia, and there's no international sites that stock them that ship to Australia, so you have to use a forwarding service that charges an arm and a leg when the prices are already an arm and a leg. So that's a no from me, but if I had access to this, I would try it. They've also done something with their concealer shade range. I expanded it, changed it. I don't know if they've made it reflect the foundation range. They're saying that it's the same balmy formula you know and love, available in 32 new little stars, new shades. So I don't know, but I'm interested. It looks like a nice foundation. I'm a lipstick lover. It is what it is. I've got so many lipsticks that there are no lipsticks in the since I've done my Apocalypse series where I went through and tested out all my lipsticks and sort of decluttered and re-decluttered and swatched and really narrowed down my lip collection. There's not really many lipsticks that stand out as being must-haves. I have bought lipsticks. I mainly bought a couple of MAC sort of luster glass ones just to test the formula. But in terms of like bold reds or liquid lipsticks, I don't need them. I really, really honestly don't need them, but my heart does lie with lipsticks. So of course, if there's a formula that comes out and I'm slightly intrigued, like I'm going to look into it. These, I'm not, again, if I was placing an order from Lisa Eldridge, I would throw 1 or 2 in my cart, but I'm not so intrigued that I'm going to place an order just for these. So these are the new Velveteen liquid lip colors by Lisa Eldridge. So they're supposed to be a silky smooth, super long wearing liquid lip color in a customizable formula with a soft focus matte finish. So essentially you can apply it quite sheerly. You can build it up. It's supposed to be very hydrating and not make your lips feel too dry. I just feel like all these shades look beautiful. Lisa always makes them look great. I feel like every shade she brings out, I'm like, I could wear that. I want to wear that. I want to wear that. I want to wear that. And yeah, there's something about it that I just love, that really velvet finish. I feel like a flat sort of velvet finish makes lip colors pop and look really, really stunning. I don't like them when they're so dry that you can see like your lip, sort of the puckered business going on, which is happening a lot when liquid lipsticks were like at the peak popularity. I sort of like this shift to the more sort of hydrating velvet vibe. So this, yeah, it's on my radar. The last thing I'm going to talk about is a fragrance. This is from Britney Spears. I don't know when it's releasing, or what is this website telling me? All right, according to Fragrantica, is that how, I've never tried to actually pronounce that website. I've used that website time and time again. Never once have I tried to pronounce it. Fragrantica. They are saying that this fragrance from Britney Spears, which is the new Jungle Fantasy, released in summer of 2023. So it's out. I have not seen it. I have not seen it in Australia. It's not out here yet. My main reason why I want to try this is because back in the day, I did like some of the fantasy fragrances. I still, to this very day, like Midnight Fantasy, which is in that like purple bottle. I have a soft spot in my life for Britney Spears fragrances. I love that the main accords, according to this website, is aquatic and ozonic because I love the fresh aquatic ozone scents. I think they're beautiful. Citrus is also my favorite sort of accord in a fragrance, and there is some citrus in this, but it's a bit further down the list. So if you look at the notes, it's watermelon blossom, violet leaf, and yuzu. So yuzu I love, florals depends. Some blossom ones I like. And then there's a bunch of sort of white flowers which can give me a headache. So this is one I'd have to try in person. And then the base notes is tonka bean and cupcake. So there's sweetness, which you sort of expect with the Britney Spears fragrance. I want to smell it. I want to smell it. Tell me when it's coming to Australia. Tell me. I want to try it. So yeah, that's the last thing that has been on my list of things that I want to play with or try, and has reached the point of Kat almost wants to buy this. So all the rest of the stuff I talked about sort of has fallen by the wayside. These are the ones that intrigued me the most. Let me know what products that were releasing, sneak peeked, revealed, all that kind of stuff in July that you were really tempted by, and did you check them out? Did you change your mind? Let me know. I'm really curious, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.